Hi, and welcome back. It's Jennifer Britton. I'm so appreciative to be with you today. We're talking a little bit about experience design, which is something here at Potentials Realized we've increasingly become articulate about what we're doing, especially under our Conversation Sparker brand. I'm often well known for my work as a group and a team coach, but I think one of the reasons why that is so is because I've spent so much time really being intentional on thinking about what is the journey we want to take people on. Whether I have been leading programs from beautiful Muskoka, South America, or online, I really do feel that people leave having sensed an experience. Part of that is our toolkit, our experiential tools with the Conversation Sparker series, where people do feel like they have had something that's a little bit more out of the norm. And this is increasingly important in today's world of AI and just, rush, rush, rush. So this led me in early 2025 to really be a little bit more intentional, thinking about how we are packaging our services, what is making us distinct. And that is now the evolution of our Experiential Roadshow under the Conversation Sparker banner. The recording you're seeing today is a bit of a bonus. So it's to really take you in this doorway of what is experience design. And what I'm sharing here is part of our proprietary process. Really, when we bring people together intentionally, it helps to rebuild trust and connection, especially in hybrid, remote, and flex work teams. It helps to strengthen collaboration and psychological safety. It equips leaders with future ready coaching and leadership skills. It can help to reduce burnout and build resilience across teams. It can spark creativity, innovation, and strategic thinking, foster clarity and shared vision for teams and organizations, and deliver tangible tools and results that leaders and team members can use immediately. So maybe you're one of these four different types of people that we work with. We work with leaders and teams. We also work with small business owners and those of you who are either a startup or especially a solopreneur. So you may be really working solo and having to think about how do you stand out like this pineapple with the pink party hat on. Maybe you're a writer, and part of our experience as writers is all about experience design. It's about helping people feel and connect and really create new worlds. That is very aligned as well with our group and team coaches. And so, group and team coaches are always creating a space for new conversation and collaboration, which is evolutionary. So, this bonus is really to get you sparked, to get you thinking about what is happening. And it's part of a series that I'm recording in August of 2025 as part of the Standout Spark to Scale Challenge. This is a challenge, a 5-day challenge that is geared for three different types of audiences. Those who want to spark their story by writing a book, those who want to spark to scale by amplifying their message. So maybe a small business owner, a solopreneur, or those who want to spark to serve by coaching more people. So moving into the realm of team and group coaching. You're going to be hearing a lot more about experience design from us and other places. And I just felt that it was important to do this quick video because I'm looking forward to actually taking organizations through this process in the coming weeks, months, and years. In fact, maybe you've been working with me this year and you've seen how it is different than our work as group and team coaches. So, experience design is an intentional design of the journey people take with you. It includes every interaction, every touch point, and every feeling. And as you can imagine, in a world of AI, these are things that really can't get replicated by an AI. It is about an experience, about coming live and being part of the ecosystem. It's about hearing the breeze and the trees and the noise in the background. And that is something that matters because people remember how you make them feel. Experience builds trust, it builds retention, and it builds referrals. It differentiates you in a way that is impossible in a very crowded market because the human experience is increasingly important. And this is at the heart of all of our work, whether we're meeting you on Zoom, it's about intimate, small scale dialogue. It's not about being one of 50 people on a line. It's about being in dialogue and connection and conversation with one another. If you've been with us on our retreats here in Canada, in Muskoka, at Friday Harbor, or down in Barbados or the Caribbean, you'll have had that experience as well. It's about often deep, immersive experiences that you can take back to the workspace, back to your everyday life, that's so that it can infuse the way you approach things, the way you create things, etc. Now, as an experience design consultant, it is important for me to really help you as a business owner or a team or a leader articulate what it means for you to create experiences. And so I want to plant that seed as well. It's not just about saying this is what we do, but I want to help you get better at doing it as well. And that's really been the driving force of the Spark, Shape, Share, Scale, Impact, or Sustain 5-day challenge that I hope you've enjoyed. Part of the challenge has been taking people through some creative prompts. So I want to do that with you in this bonus video. What you can see here are a number of images on the screen, and I want you to think about what is the micro experience you want to create for your work or your world. A micro experience could be a retreat. It could be taking people into the wilderness. It could be gamifying things. It could be creating moments of awe and wonder. It could be building in a special team event like a wine tasting. So I want you to think about your world right now. And we're going to take 2 minutes for you to just grab an image, zoom into it, and think about what is that micro experience that you want to create. I'd invite you to not overthink this, to actually just grab an image, literally grab it, and sketch it out. So grab a journal. We've been working with this in our challenge series. Grab a journal and sketch it out because we're going to have 2 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. And after 2 minutes, I'll give you some more prompts to be thinking about things. Okay, so let's get started. Pick an image, go with your gut. And once you've got that image, just write it down. All right. As you continue to sketch this out, I want you to lean in and notice even more detail. What is present in this image? All right. What are you noticing? Or what are the words that you would use to describe this image? So, what is standing out in the image? Take about 30 seconds to note down 3 to 5 words that would describe this image. If you had to give this image a title, what would the title be? And where is the journey taking you? Where did you start this journey? And where are you going to? And what's significant about this journey? Final question for you with this image is, what are your next steps? If you were to future forward yourself within this image, what is that future that it's leading you to? I want to give you just another sort of block of time, 45 seconds, to just lean in and also look at what has come up for you. What is the key synthesis or integration of this visual for you? All right. So given that you're watching this, you can come back to this at any time, but notice the multiple layers in your image. And my invitation for you is to really think about how this can be a door opener for you as you think about creating powerful experiences with your clients. In February of 2025, I did a memorability and stickiness. It was all about make it stick in your work as a coach. And that's really at the heart of the conversation sparker experience. I'm going to go back to this map because we really want to have an opportunity where we can pause, where we can focus, where we can create, and we can activate. And what we just did with the images is gave you a space to reflect. The next step is to really focus in on what matters most. And so I'd invite you to be thinking about this image that you've zoomed into. What is important about it? And where might it lead you? Part of my work and part of our work here at Potentials Realized in Experience Design is about working with our client partners, whether you're a business, whether you're a team, whether you're a coach or a solopreneur. It's about helping you create new strategies and solutions so that you're creating more memorability in your work. And then supporting you in that activation phase. Because we know with programs, with things we learn, it's great ideas, but now what? Now, how do we get people into the movement forward? And if you've been with me in part of this, the Spark to Scale 5-day challenge, which ran live or is running live in summer of 2025, you'll know how important it is to look at things through a daily lens. I'm pretty sure that this challenge will become an on-demand offering because I think there's so many different layers. I would have to say that it would be just such a privilege to be able to work with you and your team if you're a leader. We have lots of different types of team experiences, from future focused design to reconnection retreats to strengths days. But it really is about creating custom experiences. And that's my work as a consultant, as an experience designer. So I hope that you found this useful. I want to leave us with one more layer. And that, of course, is taking us into the conversation Sparker Charms. These are a great experiential tool, which we have hundreds of people using them all over the world. You can bring them into a team meeting. You can bring them into your reflective practice. Maybe you do morning pages, whatever it is. But I'm going to just pick a couple of charms. We'll see what comes up. We've got scissors. Okay, so what importance might scissors be for your work? We've got the snowflake. So what is that unique experience that you want to create? And we've also got the paw print. The paw print. And this metaphor of the paw print actually shows up in our Coaching Diverse Teams and Groups ICF CCE approved program. It's a great metaphor that we use to help people think about, what do I need to dial up and dial back when I'm communicating with people who have different preferences in terms of how they want to work, how they see the world. So think through what is important about these three areas: the scissors, the paw print, and our third area as well, the snowflake. So each snowflake is unique and different. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Again, we work with so many different pathways. The neat thing about experience design is it applies to all of you, especially those of you as writers, because you are crafting the experience as you go. And I hope that you'll stay tuned for some fictional writing that's coming up around or has this embedded in the process. Pleasure to be with you today. Again, you can really deepen your learning by looking back at your image, maybe picking a different image. And I want to leave you with 3 prompts to create a stronger micro experience. Number 1, what is the style? As you think about the experience you want to create, what is the style? Is it large scale? Is it small scale? Is it immersive? Is it natural? Is it minimal? What are the adjectives that would describe your style? As you create a micro experience, what are you going to give the opportunity for people to experiment with, try out? And what might you do to help people integrate that experience as well? I'm going to leave us with 2 more minutes on the timer. What immediately comes to mind for you around these 3 questions when you think about the micro experiences you want to create? What is the style? How will people experiment with it? And how can they integrate it into their everyday work? Start with, what is the style? What are the adjectives you'd use? Now move on to the words that would describe the experiment. What would the experiment be? How would people experiment with this? And as you might hear the wind around me, what are they going to do to integrate it and incorporate it into their everyday work? What is the integration factor? All right, so that is it. And I want to say about the integration, if you're here with us in seeing this as part of a bonus, typically we do anywhere from a few weeks to 90 days of support after any retreat program. It's not just enough to have the insight, especially if you're a business owner, if you're a writer. It's about going through an experience, but then having weekly or regular support afterwards. And so, what you'll find with a lot of our programs, they involve masterminds, they involve ongoing group programs to really help you keep going because we can leave with an intensive experience and with all great ideas and all great, intentions. We aren't or we don't have the framework of accountability and commitment to keep us moving forwards. And so, that's where I hope that you'll maybe set up a call with me to talk about what kind of support could we offer to you, whether it's one-on-one or one of our many group programs at different price points, so that you can help yourself be successful in getting the journey completed. We don't want to just have great ideas, but we want you to be moving into action so that you're able to get it into execution. I want to thank you for your time today. Hope that you found this useful. Leave a idea. Here is a link to our conversation sparker charms. And while we had different ones come up today, what's the image that's going to keep you moving? At the end of the day, what's your micro experience? I hope you'll leave that as some field work and an inquiry. With that, be well, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.